So there are a lot of places on the internet where you can go to seek advice. You can use loads of different forms of social media. There's places like Reddit, but there's like an old-fashioned British institution that I feel like we need to give a bit more attention to. Dear Deirdre, it's been around for donkey's years, but I feel like Deirdre doesn't give the advice that people need to hear. Take this woman, for example. I ditched my fiancée after having sex with the star of our badminton team. Who can blame you? Badminton's a real sexy sport, I guess. Anyway, dear Deirdre, after dreaming about him for months, I had sex with the star of our badminton team. I'd called off my wedding for his sake, but now I'm worried I left a good man for the sake of a dream. I'm 28 and my then fiancée is 30. We were together for 6 years. I still love him dearly and he adored me, but my interest in sex with him had long died. We were due to get married last month, but the man from my badminton club had been right at the front of my mind. He's 25 and a gorgeous, fit hunk of a man. We flirted like mad, but we never went further than that. He knew I was engaged, and he's an old-fashioned, principled man. I started to dream of him every night. I had niggling doubts about tying the knot, which at last got the better of me. I walked out on my fiancée with just weeks to go. A week or so later, my badminton partner and I crossed the line and went the whole way. It was after a tournament win. I mean, who can blame her? You see it all the time. You know, you win a trophy, and you just got to bang the nearest thing. You got to be like a dynamo. We were both on a high and we went to the pub, and then I went back to his place. I realised I'd forgotten how great sex could be. The next day he called me. We went for a drink and agreed that we'd made a mistake and it's best if we stayed friends. What happened to him being an old-fashioned, principled man? Huh? What happened to this? A couple of drinks, the old principles go out the window. Now I'm wondering, what have I done? I know there were issues in the relationship with my fiancée, but perhaps that's just normal as we'd been together so long. I'm scared to contact my ex as I can't bear to put him through any more pain. Deep down I know that I still hold a torch for my badminton man and that I'd be with him now, if he'd really been keen. In fact, part of me hopes this might change. Should I try again with my ex? I can't make up my mind. My advice, get out of the badminton game. It's too raw, it's too much for you. You can't handle the pure sexual energy that badminton players give off. You should try tennis, table tennis, maybe even golf. Golf's boring. I had one-off sex with my ex-girlfriend and she wants me back, but I'm with her baby's father's sister. What? Your life's a mess. Get out of the situation. Get fresh with someone else, because clearly you and your ex and her baby's father's sister, whatever, it's a mess, alright? I can't be bothered to try and help you with your problems. That's just too much of a mess. Whenever I go for a drink after work, I end up cheating on my wife. I must break the cycle. Easiest solution in the world. When someone says to you, do you want to go out for a drink after work? Just say no and go home. Or, here's an even better piece of advice, just stop cheating on your wife. Have some self-control. We should read this, actually. Let's be fair to the guy. I missed taking my wife to her sister's 30th birthday party. Yet again, I had taken another girl to bed. I mean, it's hard to give advice after that. Whenever I go out for a drink after work, I end up having sex with some random girl, or sometimes even use an escort. Should never have sex with cars, it never works out. I had a one-night stand with my daughter-in-law, and now she's pregnant and says the baby could be mine. What the fuck is going on with people? I found out my girlfriend had lied about having sex with another man when I developed an STI. Yeesh. Oh dear, we were on a break. So Ross is having problems here. We were on a break but still having sex, and I found out she had been sleeping with another guy, sometimes on the same day when I developed an STI. I mean, that's why you rub her up, my friend. Don't worry about it, Ross. You'll go through all this. 5 or 6 seasons will pass. You'll have a couple of marriages that won't work out, and then eventually you'll get together with her. She'll get off a plane or some shit. I lost my virginity to my mate's 40-year-old mum. It was the best feeling ever. This isn't a problem. I think you're just bragging. We've been repeating our sessions ever since, every Friday. My friend will be going abroad to study next month, and my lover is saying she has plans to leave her husband and live with me. I don't know how I feel about that. I know her marriage hasn't been happy. My mate used to say his mum only stayed for his sake, and his dad has a drink problem and isn't a nice man. My mate is glad to be leaving home. So I can feel for her, but it's not the sort of future I'd planned. I feel over my head. You should have thought about that before you put your willy in your friend's mum. My boyfriend caught me having a quick romp with his best friend and won't get over it. My boyfriend caught me in bed with his best mate. That was 9 months ago, but he still doesn't trust me. I'm 21 and my boyfriend is 23. We met at catering college. He is tall, dark and very good looking. We're both outgoing, the life and soul of any party, and everyone says we're a good fit. His best mate invited us to his 21st birthday bash, which was a barbecue at his parents' house. I'd only briefly met his mate before, but he was really nice. My boyfriend was in charge of the booze, and me and his mate started talking about swimming. Oh no, they brought local sports teams into it. For Christ's sake, we learnt from badminton earlier, you do not talk to a member of the opposite sex, or your preferred sex, about sports teams, because it's a one-way street. That's all that's going to happen. Actually, now I come to think of it, if you're into sports players, boy, do I have the badminton player for you.